This is Cedar Valley Aviators taking on the Salt Lake Academy Griffins. Cedar Valley is in white, and the Salt Lake Academy Griffins are in navy blue. The kickoff was from the Aviators. It will now be blue throw-in from just before midfield. That is Parker looking to throw the ball down the line. He gets it over to, headed away by White, intended for Tyler, and that ball is dislodged, recovered by Henry. Henry switches the field over to the right-hand side, looking over for Tyson. Tyson inside the box, shoots, and it's deflected off of the Aviator defense, resulting in a corner kick within the opening 60 seconds. It looks like Tyson will be taking the kick. Tyson gives the signal, runs up, crosses the ball, headed up by the white team, and that is Gerald who switches it back over to Tyson. Tyson is able to control it and bring it down inside the box, crosses it over the top, shot, blocked. That was a shot on goal from Tyler Hinson, blocked by the Aviator keeper. Ball is loose now, sliding in is Jose, and it looks like a foul was called. A little bit of confusion as to what the call was. It is a windy day here in Herriman. A ref signaling that the ball is in favor of the Griffins at the top of the circle at midfield. Jose gives the ball off over to Gerald. Gerald over to the right-hand side over to Hassan. Hassan moving up into the attacking third, more into the center, lays the ball back over to Gerald. No, that is Jose on the left-hand side. Jose swings it farther over the left-hand side over to Parker. Parker back over to Jose. Jose back in the center over to Gerald. Gerald at the top of the circle, right-footed kick over to the other side, looking for Tyson inside the box. Brings it down and it's dislodged out. It will be an offsides call against Tyson. Cedar Valley, free kick, launches it up in the air. You can see it stall. The wind's certainly playing a factor in that one. Cedar Valley now in the attacking third, bringing the ball up, swinging it over to the left-hand side, just to the top left corner of the box. Hassan on defense. Hassan gets past and kicked out by Brock. It'll be Cedar Valley corner kick, the first one of the half for them. It is Cedar Valley chances now, their opportunity to show what they have in the attacking third from a set piece from the corner on the left-hand side. Signal given. Ball right-footed kick over to the far side, brought down, and it'll be cleared out by Gerald, kicking it over to the far left-hand side, and it goes into the stands. It will be Cedar Valley throwing at the top of their attacking third on the right-hand side. Ball thrown in by White and chipped up into the box. He's got a runner, and Bryson is there to immediately get it. He rolls the ball out over to Tyson. Tyson entering the middle third on the right-hand side, crossing midfield, looking for different options. A nice through ball intended for Tyler. It is scooped up by the Aviator keeper. Ball rolled out to the left-hand side, chipped up into the middle, and Tate challenges for the ball and is able to keep it. Sliding tackle out by White. No, the change is blue throw in. Tate throws it into Gerald. Gerald swings the ball over to the left-hand side over to Tyler. Tyler out of the middle third, plays it to the far left-hand side over to Henry. Henry approaching the top left corner of the box, circling back over to the right-hand side. Ball dislodged. It'll be blue throw-in about 12 yards out on the left-hand side in the attacking third. Parker throws the ball into Henry. Henry back to Parker. Parker dancing along the line, Trying to cut the corner, sliding in, kept it, no, and it goes off of his foot. It'll be goal kick for White.
Hey, 2 moves, bud. Come on, Griffin.
Right-footed kick from the keeper over the far right-hand side. Because of the wind, it falls just short of midfield. Chested up by White. That was Gerald who initially got it. Gerald shielding the ball. Recover sliding, and a foul called against the Aviators just before midfield. It'll be free kick put into play by Jose up over to Tyler. Tyler swings the ball over the far right-hand side over to Tyson, and Tyson, bit of a heavy touch, and it slides out of bounds, and the call is corner kick in favor of the Griffins. Tyson will be taking the corner kick again. Assesses the pitch. Signal given. Run up right-footed. Medium height. And deflected out. White looks like they'll get there first. And they are able to keep it in bounds on the left-hand side of the top of their defensive third. They switch the field over to the right-hand side. Ball goes over, and Henry is able to shield that ball. Looking for options, turning back into the center. Ball swung up, intended for Tyson, recovered by Tate. Tate switches the field over to the far left-hand side, and a little bit too much mustard on that one. It will be White throw-in. White throws the ball down the line. It's headed away by Blue. Harper is able to dislodge the ball, gets it over to Henry. Henry, slide tackle from behind. White emerges with it, and that ball is kicked out of bounds by Gerald. White throwing about 10 yards from midfield on the right-hand side. Ball thrown in gently. Henry challenges and wins the challenge. It goes out of bounds. It'll be thrown in here. Parker looks to throw the ball back. He gets it over to Jose. Jose puts it back over to Brock. Brock up the right-hand side, intended for Tyson. Tyson intended for Hassan, not on the same page there. Turns the ball over. It'll be White throwing at the top of their attacking third, thrown in just over the head of Brock, cut out, and it will be kept in bounds by Jose. Jose then clears it down the right-hand side, chested down by White. White at the top of their attacking third, looking to put the ball in. Tate there on defense. Tyson challenging for the ball. Ball goes through. White near the corner line. Hassan looking to bounce that one out and bodied out. And the ref is going over to check on the player. No card given. There was an offsides call against Cedar Valley. So it'll be Bryson with the free kick here. Ball kicked up, going with the wind, brought down. Tate wins the challenge, plays the ball back over to Bryson. Bryson, about 16 yards out in his own box, feigns the pass, gives it over to Brock. Brock now up to Tate. Tate with space, plays the ball up over to Harper. Harper is able to control the ball back, gives it over to Tate. Tate back over to Harper. Harper looking for options against the line and is kicked out of bounds by White. It'll be Blue throw in right in front of the Blue bench. It'll be Hassan who will be picking it up to throw it in. Hassan looks down the line, gets it over to Tyler. Tyler back over to Hassan. Hassan keeps it in bound, puts it in the middle over to Gerald, over to Tyler. Tyler up over to Tate. Tate in the attacking third, a through ball on the right-hand side over to Tyson. Tyson keeps it in bounds, recovered by White.
Get it back!
And White kicking against the wind, brought down by Hassan. Hassan over to Brock. Brock over to Gerald. Gerald is able to maintain and gets the ball over to Tate. Tate in traffic. And a foul called against the midfield of Cedar Valley. Tate taking the brunt of it. It's directly at midfield. Tate puts it on the ground over to Gerald. Gerald slows things down, circles back, gives it back over to Hassan, just past midfield, puts the ball back over in the center over to Brock. Brock swings it over to the far left-hand side over to Jose. Jose up in the middle over to Tyler. Tyler in traffic. Gets that ball off. His pass is intercepted. Let's see, Parker there to provide some defensive challenge there. Wins the tackle. Ball recovered by Henry. Henry wins the tackle. Henry looking at the ball. Play the ball to the left-hand side over to Parker. Parker at the 6-yard line crossed. Gets over to Henry. Tyson, and it's dislodged. Hassan trying to get there. White is going to merge with the ball. Hassan challenging. White still with the ball, looking to play it up on the left-hand side. They have a runner, Bryson, coming out, and a foul called against Bryson at the top left corner of his box. He's going to get a card, it looks like, a yellow card, and so this will change some things up. Bryson having to come off. A precarious position here for the Griffins. About 10 minutes into the half, and Bryson getting a yellow, sending double zeros in. And it looks like the PTs are having to assess the injured Cedar Valley player. And it looks like the injured player is able to get up and walk off on his own accord. PTs will take him over to the tent and give it a thorough assessment, and play will resume here. Ball is placed just inside the left corner of the box for Cedar Valley. This kick will be 18 yards out. SLA with a four-man wall: Tate, Parker, Hassan, and Gerald. Cedar Valley, whistle given, feign, chipped up over to the far right-hand side, and it's not what he intended, and it will be goal kick for the Griffins. Brock will take the goal kick, plays it back to the keeper. Keeper back over to Brock. Cedar Valley pressing high. Ball put up over to Gerald from Brock. Gerald with the ball. Has a couple of moments. Feigns a pass. Looking for more options. Slots it up the middle, intended for Harper. It will be intercepted by Cedar Valley. They get it up over the right-hand side. Hustled by Henry. And Cedar Valley with the ball in the attacking third. Ball going back. Tate now in defense. Ball swung over the right-hand side for Cedar Valley. Put in the middle of the right-hand side. And no foul. Tyler gets the ball. Tyler avoids a tackle. Ball played over the back in the center over to Brock. Brock under a bit of pressure plays to the right-hand side over to Tyson. Tyson scoots it off over to Hassan. Hassan in the middle over to Tate. Tate with space. He chips it over to the right-hand side looking for a run. And it's going to be too much. It is cleared out by the Cedar Valley keeper. Picked up at midfield. Tate with the block. And that ball is kicked up high into the air over the right-hand side, headed away by Cedar Valley. It'll be Griffins who get there first. Parker gets the ball over to Gerald at midfield. Gerald swings the ball over the right-hand side, looking for Tyson. Tyson dispossessed. Hassan dispossessed. Ball goes off. And let's see. And Bryson is being subbed back on. be the Griffin throw-in right in front of their own bench. Hassan throws it down the line over to Tyson. Tyson back to Hassan. Hassan moves up, ball dislodged, goes off of a Cedar Valley player. Picked up quickly by Tyson, thrown to Tyler. Kicked out of bounds by White. It'll be blue throw-in at the top of the attacking third on the right-hand side. And this will make the blooper highlight reels here. There we go. There, Hassan is able to get that ball. Hassan, in the top of the attacking third, plays it over to Harper. Harper, no push, no foul. Let's see, ball dislodged, cleared out by White, and it goes out of bounds. It will be blue throw in front of the blue bench. Hassan back to where we were about 30 seconds ago, looking for more options, throws it up over to Harper, chests it, ball cleared out over by White. Tate is able to get there, and a foul called against the Griffins results in a free kick at the top of their defensive third. Aviators kicking into the wind. Down the left-hand side, headed away by Brock. Hassan challenging. Hassan to Tyson. Tyson down up the middle, intended for Harper. Ball dislodged. White is going to recover. Kicks it into the feet of his own player. White maintains possession, though, over on the right-hand side. The top of their attacking third. Parker with the tackle. Parker gets the ball up over to Henry. Henry in traffic. And the call is White throw-in. White throws the ball, gets it down the line on the right-hand side, and a through ball will roll all the way past the goal line. It'll be Griffin goal kick. Cedar Valley will take a quick break and rotate out a few players, and it looks like Jose will be taking the goal kick here as soon as play resumes. Jose plays the ball over to the far right-hand side over to Brock. Brock gives it back over to Jose. Jose switches it back over to Brock. They've moved up a total of 12 yards now. Outside of the box, ball up over to Harper. Harper unable to bring it down, and Cedar Valley swings it over to the far right-hand side. Parker challenging. Tate dislodged the ball. Gerald gets it out. Tyson plays the ball up over the left-hand side, breaks a tackle, swings it over to Tyler. Tyler plays on the left-hand side over to Henry. Henry inside the attacking third, bringing the ball over. Oh, intended for Harper. It'll be kicked out of bounds. It will be blue throw-in at the top of their middle third on the left-hand side. Parker looking to throw the ball in, gets it over to Tyler. Tyler brings the ball down, turns more towards the center, just the top right side of the box. And no foul called. White gets the ball out of the box. White passes back now on the right-hand side. Challenged there by Parker and Henry. Jose gets the ball, gets it over to Tate. Tate turns over towards the center, takes on the man, gets the ball back over to Brock. Brock resets back over to Bryson. Bryson plays it on the left-hand side over to Jose. Jose up the left-hand line over to Henry. No. Henry playing over to the far left over to Parker. Parker about 12 yards out. Ball crossed over in and brought down and cleared out by White. And a foul called against Cedar Valley. That was Jose going in for the ball, and the ref called that he was brought down by White, so it'll be a free kick. Ball put into play by Jose over the left-hand side over to Parker. Parker moves more towards the middle up to Tyler. Tyler one touch back over to Parker. Parker challenges. Ball cleared out by White, and it will be Brock who gets there first. Brock takes a touch, gets it up in the middle over to Tate. Tate past midfield on the right-hand side, lays it off over to Hassan. Hassan plays it in the center over to Gerald. Gerald moves up, misses a tackle, gets it over to Tyler. Tyler somehow maintains a Maradona move, gets it over to Tyson. Tyson inside the box at the goal line, blocked. Kept in bounds by Tyson. Tyson lays it off over to Tate. Tate chips the ball up over the far left-hand side. recovered by Harper, shot, blocked by the keeper. That shot was by Tyler, headed down by Tate. Tate over to Harper, Harper shoots, and it goes wide right. Griffins are putting on offensive pressure, making the Cedar Valley keeper earn his position. It'll be goal kick now here for Cedar Valley. Cedar Valley kicks to the left-hand side, and it goes out of bounds. Tyson looking to pick the ball up quickly, gives it off to Hassan, who will throw it in from the sidelines. Hassan looking for help, throws it down the right-hand sideline over to Harper. Ball dislodged, ball put in the center. It will be Gerald who gets there first, and a foul called against the Griffins results in a free kick for the Cedar Valley at the top of their defensive third on the left-hand side. Right-footed kick kept on the left-hand sideline for Cedar Valley. Brock kept in. Nope, the call was out of bounds. It will be Hassan throwing it in for the Griffins. Hassan throws it into Tate. Tate is able to get that ball back over to Bryson. Bryson keeps the ball, plays it over to the left-hand side over to Jose. Jose up in the middle over to Tyler. Tyler at the top of the circle, crossing midfield, plays it over to the far left-hand side over to Parker. Parker is able to get there. Parker looking to swing it all over, gives it over to Gerald. Now over to Tyler. Tyler centers the ball, swings over to the right-hand side over to Tate. Tate moves more into the center, winds up, crosses the ball on the far left-hand side, and it's got too much on it. And it will be a goal kick for Cedar Valley. Right-footed kick this time over to the right side. Kept in bounds. No, the call is out of bounds. The wind playing a factor in it. Parker picks up the ball, throws it in on the left-hand side intended for Harper. Harper's off of his shoulder. White gets there first. Harper challenges, dislodges the ball, gets it over to Gerald. Gerald lays it off back over to Jose. Jose feigns the pass back over to Bryson, plays on the left-hand side over to Parker. Parker to Henry. Henry on the left-hand side looking for Tate. Tate on the left, and is cleared out by Cedar Valley. It'll be blue throw-in. About 25 yards out, Parker throws it back over to Gerald. Gerald up over to, there's wind-up shot blocked by White. Hassan challenging now on defense. And it's cleared out over the right-hand side. Not the touch that he wanted. Cedar Valley gets there. Cedar Valley now approaching the attacking third from the left-hand side. And Tyson is able to body his way in there, bringing it, nutmegging it into Tate. Tate at midfield, plays it on the far left-hand side, deflected, and it is going to be White throw-in. White throws the ball, throwing the ball in. Into the center, Hassan trying to get there, and a foul called against him. It'll be a free kick for Cedar Valley about 7 or 8 yards before midfield.
Come on, Griffin.
Cedar Valley, right-footed kick high up in the center, kicked up by Brock. Ball brought down by Tyson. Challenged. Nice footwork. Tyson is fouled. And a yellow card looks to be coming out. Yes, a yellow card given. And it will be a free kick here for the Griffins. Ref must be writing down the entire full name of the player with the card, and play is about to resume. Brock will take the kick, right-footed over to the far left-hand side. Griffin's got a toe on it first. That was Henry who got there. Henry gets it back over to Jose. Jose back over to Brock. Brock just before midfield now. Looking for options. Plays it off over to Gerald on the right-hand side. Gerald lays it off over in the center, intended for Tyler. White gets there first. Intercepted pass by Tate. Tate on the left-hand side lays it off over to Jose. No, that's Henry. Henry now plays it over to the left-hand side over to Parker. Parker switches the field up to the middle. Headed by Tyler and caught in the air by the Cedar Valley keeper. Nice combination there from Parker to Tyler. Ball thrown in. White chips that ball up. Jose is smart and lets that ball take a second bounce. He's able to play that ball back over to Brock. Brock plays it over to Bryson. Bryson has time and space. Plays it up the center over to Gerald. Gerald under a bit of duress. Gerald feigns his way out. Looking for options. Kicks it on the left-hand side. He's got a runner. It's Henry at the top left side of the box. Sliding in comes the keeper for Cedar Valley. Parker is able to pick it up on the left. Parker not on the same page as Henry, and the ball will roll out of bounds at a goal kick for Cedar Valley. A couple of subs here. Number 9, 25, and number 11 coming in for Tate. Henry and Harper. That was Fiuza coming in on the left-hand side, replacing Henry. And Alec coming in for Tate. And RJ coming in for Harper. Goal kick for Cedar Valley from the far right-hand side. Kicked up, headed up by Blue. I believe that was Fiuza who got it. Tyler is able to get that ball. Tyler looking for options, lays it over to the right-hand side over to Tyson. Tyson cutting back into the center, gives the ball over to Gerald. Gerald up to RJ. RJ on the left-hand side of the top of the attacking third, back over to Gerald. Gerald moving over to the left-hand side, cuts back into the center. Switches the field over to the right-hand side over to Tyson. Has to take a bit of a touch there to regain control. Tyson moves the ball more into the center field. Lays it off over to RJ right in front, swung over to Hassan on the right-hand side. Hassan lays a through ball on the right-hand side for Tyson, and it's kicked out of bounds by Cedar Valley. It'll be Blue throw-in right by the corner flag. Tyson will be throwing the ball in. Brock and Jose staying back. Tyson throws the ball in at the foot to Tyler. Just outside the box, he lays it off over to Hassan. Hassan looking to dish it out over to Parker. Parker back over to Hassan. Parker was pressured. Hassan has a bit of space, plays on the right-hand side over to Tyson. Tyson, ball dislodged and cleared out. No, and the call is out of bounds. It'll be Blue throw-in about 22 yards out on the right-hand side. Hassan throws the ball into RJ. RJ gets past a man, plays it over in the center over to Gerald. Gerald at the top of the attacking third, plays over to the far left-hand side over to Parker. Parker, happy, no, gets past his man on the left-hand side, challenged, and a foul called against Cedar Valley. It'll be a free kick It'll be a free kick for the Griffins at the top left side of their defensive third. Players not happy with Cedar Valley, who kicked the ball farther down. Bryson was able to kick it back over to the place for the free kick. So this will be Parker from the left-hand side. Put into play over to Gerald quickly. Gerald chips the ball up into the box, intended for RJ, and it will be scooped up by the Cedar Valley keeper, who yeets it over to the left-hand side. Hassan challenges, dislodges the ball. Gerald helping out. Hassan somehow maintaining possession. Hassan moving over to the left-hand side. Through ball intended for Alec, and it's not there. It's kicked out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for Blue. Tyson throws the ball over to Gerald. Gerald in the middle of the field takes a shot, hits the top left of the crossbar, brought down, shot again, and not the touch that Fiuza wanted. But what a shot! And Cedar Valley taking a quick break for a substitution. That one had some heat on it. Cedar Valley with the goal kick. Kicked over to the right-hand side. It'll be Jose who brings it down. Jose gets it over to Bryson. Bryson plays the ball to the right-hand side over to Brock. Brock back over to Bryson. Bryson back over to Brock. Brock at the 18-yard line on the right-hand side, looking to move the ball up down the right-hand line. He's got Tyson, and it's going to be just too much for him. It'll be goal kick for Cedar Valley. Wind has died down here in Herriman, so the goal kicks for Cedar Valley are less obstructed than they were before. That ball is up just past midfield, headed down by Cedar Valley. White at midfield, swinging it over to the far right-hand side, intercepted by Parker. Parker over to Fiuza, and a foul called. It will be free kick again for the Griffins on the left-hand side. Griffins have dominated possession so far, it would seem, but they have been unable to find the back of the net. Several through balls, and have to mention Gerald's kick there that hit the top left crossbar. Parker now taking the free kick. Right-footed up in the box. Oh, and it connected with Tyson, but it just went over the net. And it looks like the Griffins are going to make another substitution here. We have number 14, Jet, coming on. And number 8, 1 replacing Tyson, and Jet replacing Gerald. It'll be goal kick for Cedar Valley. Ball up high on the right-hand side, brought down by White. And that is dislodged. It'll be Hassan who gets it in the middle over to Tyler. Tyler tackled away. White plays the ball over to the left-hand side. Hassan tracks it down, gives it over to Bryson. Bryson kicks it to the left-hand side, trying to get over to Parker. Parker, his pass is dislodged. Alec is able to recover it, gets it back over to Parker. Parker in the center over to Tyler. Tyler, right-footed pass, looking to get up in, and White is able to get it to their keeper first. White clears it out over to the left-hand side, brought down. Tyler will recover. Tyler feigns a pass, kicks it back over to Jose. Jose back over to Brock. Brock in the middle of the box, back over to Tyler. Tyler just before midfield chips it over to the right-hand side, over to Juan, and that ball is kicked out of bounds, and it will be blue throw-in just before the corner flag on the right-hand side. And another substitute here. We have number 6, Branson, coming in for Parker.
Parker!
Blue throws the ball into the feet of RJ. RJ looking to turn, puts it up. Pass intended for Alec, not there. RJ recovers. RJ keeps it inbounds. Takes on a man against the line. Lays it up at the feet of Alec. Lays it over. Shot by Fiuza. And it went too high. The Griffins have had every opportunity so far, just unable to find the back of the net. Goal kick from the right-hand side. They're able to control it, get over to the right winger. Right wing now from the attacking third on the right-hand side. Brought into the center, dodge tackle through, and let's see. At the top of the box, towed out by Jet, I believe, cleared out. RJ to get there. RJ and Tyler. And Tyler looking like he went down, being headed by the Cedar Valley player. Tyler waving off the PTs. Taking a moment to regain himself. It'll be blue ball just before midfield. No, white ball. Ball back in play. Cedar Valley at midfield. RJ putting pressure. Ball played up. Tyler putting some defensive pressure. Forcing White to reset back to their center backs. Blue playing it down the line again. Nice move there by White. White chipping the ball up on the right-hand side. It'll go out of bounds. It'll be Blue throwing in front of the White bench. Ball thrown in over to Jet. Jet gets that ball through. It'll be off of White. It'll be picked up. Another throw in here by Blue. Thrown in over to Fiuza. Fiuza back over to 8. Now over to Alec. Alec over to Jet. Jet at midfield, right-footed on the right-hand side. He's got one at the top of the box. Cuts back over, beats the man. Plays over to the left-hand side. Tyler shoots, and it goes left. It's like there's a force field that we can't penetrate. Tyler beside himself, burying his head in a shirt. White kicks the ball off over to the far right-hand side, brought down, headed down. Jet will be able to pick it up. Jet at midfield, looking for some help, lays it off over to Jose. Jose feigns a pass, now brings the ball up over to RJ. RJ gets the ball back over to Brock. Brock settles the ball down, lets his team get back into shape, plays it over to the left-hand side over to Jose. Jose over to Branson, I believe that is. Branson over to Jet. Jet looking to make the turn back in towards the center. Jet looking for options, lays it back off over to Brock. Brock plays it over to Tyler, a heavy touch. Tyler's able to chest it down. Tyler right-footed, swinging over to the right-hand side, and it's going to be too much. He was looking for Juan. Juan has had several through runs.
Come on, Blue, keep it up.
And that ball is picked up by the Aviator keeper. 5 minutes left in the first half. The score tied 0-0. And that ball, Jet was able to get there and kick it back up. Juan able to bring that ball down. White will maintain possession though. And Juan is able to get that ball. Juan moving more into the center, playing it over to the left-hand side, not on the same page as Tyler. And the ball kicked over, and it is Cedar Valley now in the attacking third, moving to the left-hand side. Moving on the left. Shot goes through, no, and scooped up by Bryson. Ball rolled out over to the right-hand side to Hassan. Hassan's got a man on him, plays it up in the center over to RJ. RJ beats his man past midfield, taking it all by himself. Plays it over to the left. Lets the ball run through and over to Tyler. Tyler's at the top left side of the box. 16 yards out, 14. Bringing the ball up to the 18-yard line, under pressure, cutting back more into the center, still with the ball, gets the ball back over to Jet. Jet plays over to the right-hand side over to Hassan. Hassan chips the ball up inside the box, chested down by RJ. RJ about 19 yards out, looking for help. Turning over to the right-hand side, swinging it over to the right, over to Juan. Juan cuts back on the inside, now inside the box. Moving to the right, dislodged, dispossessed, and Hassan trying to cut the ball off. Sliding out, Hassan kicks that ball out of bounds. It'll be White throwing in front of the blue bench. Ball thrown out of bounds. It results in blue throwing. And substitution here, Tyler Hinson coming off and Ryder coming on. Hassan will be throwing the ball in front of his own bench here. Just under 3 minutes left to play. Ball thrown into RJ. RJ looking for options, taking on the entire team. RJ still with the ball, lays it off, and it is intercepted by the center back. And it was going to be Ryder who was going to get there, but it'll be a drop kick from the Aviator keeper, who's taking his time trotting over to the right-hand side of the box. Drop kicks it high to the right-hand side. Brought down by the Griffins, and Alec gets a toe on it, but it'll be White who will emerge with possession. They kick the ball to the far right-hand side. Nice touch there by White. White turning over to the right, lay it off over to the winger, who's streaking down the right-hand side, playing a through ball in, about 18 yards out, well inside the attacking third, and a sliding tackle, no foul called. It will be White throwing at about 10 yards out. No, now a foul was called, and it will be a free kick, 10 yards out on the right-hand side. Two-man wall. Branson and Fiuza. Ball up in the center and headed just over the crossbar. Cedar Valley's got to be happy with themselves. They're going to be going into the half with just 90 seconds left in the half. Tying the game at 0-0. Goal kick from Brock to Bryson. Bryson letting precious moments go off the clock, gives the ball over to Brock. Brock now right-footed kick up the center, up to RJ. RJ turning to his right-hand side, using his body, lays it off over to Hassan. Hassan cuts back in the middle. Still with it, Hassan plays the through ball. His pass is intercepted. It'll be recovered by White. Sliding in. White will maintain possession on the left-hand side. Crossed in the center. They've got a man inside the box. It is Bryson sliding in, and he's able to cover that one up. About 30 seconds up. Ball kicked up high to the right-hand side, bouncing over to Juan. It's going to go out of bounds. It'll be White throw-in. Ball thrown down the line. White just before midfield gets the ball past midfield. Dislodged. Hassan is going to merge with it. Hassan plays it over to the center. Playing it over to the right-hand side and not on the same page, and it will be White throw-in. And that is the half. The score 0-0.